You meet someone who makes your heart race. The chemistry is electric, the conversations flow like water, and for the first time in months, you feel truly alive. Then something shifts. You catch yourself checking your phone obsessively, analyzing every text for hidden meanings, molding your opinions to match theirs. Before you know it, you're performing a version of yourself that feels increasingly foreign. You've just entered the romance paradox. The very person who awakened your authentic self becomes the catalyst for losing it entirely. Sarah was a marketing executive who prided herself on her independence. She had strong opinions about everything from politics to pizza toppings. When she met Jake at a coffee shop, she felt an instant connection. He was charming, successful, and seemed genuinely interested in her thoughts. But as weeks turned into months, Sarah noticed something troubling. She found herself agreeing with Jake's movie preferences even when she hated the films. She started ordering wine instead of beer because he mentioned preferring sophisticated drinks. Her own voice became quieter as his grew louder in her decision-making process. The irony was brutal. In trying to keep Jake close, Sarah was becoming someone he never actually fell for in the first place. This pattern repeats itself in countless relationships. Alfred Adler, the renowned psychologist, called this the inferiority complex, the deep-seated belief that we're somehow inadequate as we are. When we enter romantic relationships from this place of perceived inadequacy, we unconsciously begin a performance designed to prove our worthiness. The performance starts small. You laugh a little harder at their jokes. You show interest in their hobbies while quietly abandoning your own. You begin to view yourself through their eyes, constantly adjusting the image to maintain their approval. What starts as flexibility becomes a complete renovation of your personality. Psychologist Dr. John Gottman's research on relationship success reveals a counterintuitive truth. The couples who thrive long-term are those who maintain their individual identities within the relationship. They don't merge into one person. They remain two distinct individuals who choose to build something together. Yet most of us do the opposite. We operate from scarcity, the fear that if we show our true selves, complete with flaws and quirks, we'll be rejected. This fear drives us to present a carefully curated version of ourselves. The problem is that this curated self requires constant maintenance. You're always performing, always on, always anxious about slipping up and revealing the real you. The tragedy deepens when you realize that your partner fell for the authentic person you were in those early moments, not the people-pleasing version you've become. Mark Manson discusses this phenomenon in The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. He argues that we suffer when we care too much about what others think, even those closest to us. Consider David, a software engineer who loved obscure documentaries and spending Sundays reading philosophy books. When he started dating Lisa, he gradually shifted his interests to match hers. He pretended to enjoy nightclub scenes and action movies. 6 months later, Lisa told him she felt like she was dating a stranger. The passion and intellectual curiosity that initially attracted her had vanished, replaced by someone who seemed to have no strong opinions about anything. The relationship ended, but not before David had lost touch with who he was outside of it. Stoic philosophers understood this tendency thousands of years ago. Epictetus taught that we suffer most when we try to control things outside our influence, including other people's feelings about us. The Stoics believed that our happiness depends on focusing solely on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and responses. When you lose yourself in a relationship, you're attempting to control the uncontrollable. You're trying to guarantee love by becoming someone else. But guaranteed love isn't actually love at all, it's a transaction. Real love requires vulnerability, which means showing up as you actually are. This includes your weird sense of humor, your strong opinions, your quirky interests, and yes, even your flaws. Brené Brown's research shows that vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. It's also the birthplace of genuine connection. The path back to yourself starts with a simple recognition. You were enough before this relationship, and you're enough now. Your worthiness isn't determined by whether someone chooses to stay or leave. It exists independently of external validation. Start reclaiming small pieces of yourself. Order the drink you actually want. Express an opinion that differs from theirs. Spend time on hobbies that bring you joy, even if your partner doesn't share the interest. Notice how it feels to show up authentically, even in small moments. The beautiful paradox is this: when you stop trying so hard to be lovable, you often become more attractive to the right people. Authenticity is magnetic because it's rare. Most people are so busy performing that they've forgotten what genuine looks like. Your relationship will either grow stronger as you both show up more authentically, or it will end because you're fundamentally incompatible. Both outcomes are victories. Either you build something real together, or you free yourself to find someone who loves the actual you. The romance paradox teaches us that losing yourself guarantees losing them too. But finding yourself again opens the door to a love that doesn't require you to disappear.